Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to 99. The second chapter. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit awkward saying it as the second chapter. I forgot what I was calling it like last week. So it's actually been a week since I last recorded this, of course, as usual. I'm still doing a pretty, you know, concise schedule, thankfully. The schedule would be mostly the same for me, like recording and stuff until I go to Malaysia, which is in about 2 weeks, I'd say. I'm gonna be going on the 28th of September. Right now it is the 16th. But yeah, today is a no gym day, even though it's a Monday. I'm still catching up with my gym schedule. So that's why there's no gym day, even though it's a Monday. Usually there won't be gym days only on Thursdays and also Sunday. But yeah, still trying to catch up, so probably need to catch up for about 3 more weeks or something until I'm done. But enough about my day. Let's talk about the last episode recap. Sorry about that. Was changing the keyboard and mouse as usual.
続きからだよ。
So in the last episode, we did some work trying to find out who those guys were that were meeting up with Haruka. I still don't know whether or not I'm gonna call Haruka Haruka or Kosaka senpai. I think calling her Haruka makes sense, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I don't intuitively say her name as easy as I do Noah when I see Yuki on the text. Along with Kujo when I see Miyako in the text, you know? So I still don't know whether to call her Haruka or Kosaka senpai. But yeah, we found out that commander guy is called Ren. What Ren was it? Tachibana? Takibane? Takabane? Something like that, right? Sorry about not finding out his name or not remembering his name. I know that he's Ren, but I forgot about his last name. So we know that from Yoichi, and you know, we don't really know much other than his name, really. We don't know anything about Ghost. Haruka is trying to get close to us, but of course her second personality is more hindering, trying to be the neutral part so that she's not really in danger. And that makes sense. I do think that what her second personality is doing is something that she should do. I personally don't really like the personality that's timid because she just talks so slow and also her voice is very low. Her second personality also talks, well, she talks faster, but I guess her voice for some weird reason is just low compared to everyone else. I don't know if it's because they were recording this during COVID or something and people were recording in their own studio or in their own rooms and they had to send the voice files. But her voice is very low in comparison to everyone else. So I just find that a bit annoying. Her personality is also annoying, the timid one anyway. The second one is alright with me. I feel like the second personality is actually pretty smart. And I do think that the timid personality is not dumb too. Gotta remember on the last episode, the other personality said that Haruka isn't really someone that you can manipulate, right? So, I don't know. I don't know if that's the second personality just warning us and bluffing, or if she's actually saying the real thing about Haruka's personality. Who knows? But yeah. This is exactly right after we met up with her. We went to lunch break together with her. Well, not us, but you know, Sora and also Kujo. And we got dinner together at our place. So okay, without further ado, let us continue the episode. Or continue the save file here. Stifling a yawn, I walk to school. I find Sora waiting for me at the usual spot. When she sees me, she smiles and waves. Sora is not staying over anymore. I have to remind myself about that too. I think she only stayed over for about 3 days or something.
おはよう。おう、じゃ ゃなくてさ、ちゃんと挨拶しなさいよ、ちゃんと。
はいはい、おはようおはよ
はい、これ。
う。
Sora takes a small package out of her bag and hands it to me.
弁当？
ニーニに渡せって重かった。
なんで急に？
プラモデルのこと話したから、お母さんなりに悪いと思ったんじゃないかな。
I see. Right, I forgot that she did that.
あ
I'd finally forgotten, but now the depression hits me all over again. At least I got lunch out of it.
もうコンビニで買っちゃったよね。
あ、
買っといてよかったよ。私のお弁当箱っぽいから多分足りないよ。
なんでお
捨てちゃった。
前の？俺の弁当箱もか。プラモだけじゃなく。
Why would she throw away lunch boxes? Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is just a lighthearted banter or is she just lying. But, if she actually threw away our lunchbox, this mom is a piece of shit.
ニーヤンが使ってたもの、我が家にはほとんど残っていないものと思っていただきたい。
容赦なく捨てる気が。いやま、実家帰った時にうすうす感じてたけどさ。
What an asshole, that mom. Are you kidding me? Why would you fucking throw away a perfectly usable lunchbox? That just doesn't make sense to me. The fuck? Sighing, I stow the lunchbox in my bag and continue walking. Sora falls into step beside me.
最近特にひどいよ、おかん。なんだっけ、ミニマリスト？私もとに困ってるんですよ。
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense, but are you serious?
なんで急にそんなのにハマったんだ？
どうせテレビとかでしょ。
影響受けやすいからな。うちのおかん。
What a dumb bitch. Sorry. if that's gonna be the first impression of the mom, I'm just gonna say it outright. What a dumb bitch.
そのうち飽きると思うけど、まああれだよね。飽きたところでニーニのなんちゃらメモリーは戻ってこないよね。そのくせほら、もう使ってないような古いブランドのバッグとか、学生時代の思い出なのって捨てないの。
もういい。これ以上聞いたら実の親を憎んでしまいそうだ。
Don't worry, I'm already hating her for you, Kakaru.
まだ憎んでないとか成人かよ。
一応罪悪感持ってくれてるなら、この弁当に免じて許すことにする。
寛大だなあ。私だったら、私だったら
What, you don't have anything that you really like, Sora?
特にコレクションとかないな、私。
Well, same, me too.
服とかそれなりに揃えてるだろ。
服なんて捨てられちゃってもお父さんに買ってっておねだりすれば余裕だし。
格差が激しいな。兄弟間の。
As we continue our small talk, we spot the usual gaggle of guys surrounding a lone girl. If we keep up our current pace, we'll overtake them soon.
なーに意識してんの？
してねえよ。
ほんとかな。実際まんざらでもないでしょ。うわ、この人怖っ。
うっせえな。追いついたら面倒だなって思ってただけだ。
今日もあれだね、いっぱいいるね。
姿は見えないけど、まあ男子の中心にいるんだろうな。
ちょっとね、私観察してみたんですよ、先輩を。
電車の中で？
そうそう。だいたい本読んでるんだけど、多分私と同じ駅なのかな。先輩の男子が声かけるんだよね、はるか先輩に。それでテンパってついつい人格交代しちゃうみたいで、交代するとあんまり周りの男子がわらわら寄ってくる。
最初に声をかける一人を除いて、先輩に興味を示してないってことが普通の状態だと。
Could be right.
すごいね。先輩可愛いし普通に仲良くなりたいのかも。物静かで地味な美少女ってその手の人にも受けそう。
まあわからんでもない。
あとヤンキーにも受けそう。
ヤンキーってお前、今時ヤンキーって
ほらあるじゃん、漫画とかで弱み握ってさ、実はお前のこと気になってたんだよな。 彼氏にバラされたくなかったらわかるよな。的な。
I'm just gonna compliment your voice actress, okay, Sora? Because that was actually pretty good, but as for your personality, I don't know, man.
どんな漫画読んでるんだよ。
だってスマホでネットしてるとその手のエッチな漫画やたらと勧めてくるから広告で。
エッチって言っちゃったよこいつ。ダメだこいつ。
ニーヤンだって読むでしょ。
読まねえよアホか。
あれっすよ。そういうモテる美少女に好かれた気分はどうすか。
You guys better start using adblock.
なんだその下手くそな話題転換。
ニーニあれだよ。ハーレム漫画の主人公みたい。ミャオコ先輩でしょ。はるか先輩でしょ。そして
私とか言ったらぶっ飛ばすぞ。
あった。おいこら先回りすんなこら。
お前今日もあれか、先輩と昼飯。
ああ約束してるよ3人で。ニーニについてあることないこと吹き込んでおくね。
I hope she's not as awkward because it's gonna be so awkward with me not being able to say anything while waiting for her to speak.
なんでだよやめろよ。
なんでって好感度下げたいからに決まってんだろがい。
なんでそういうことするんだよやめろよ本当に。俺の楽しみを奪うな。
はあ楽しみはあ。
だってお前好かれたら嬉しいでしょうが。誰だって嬉しいでしょうが。
おまついに言ったな。気をつけろとか私に言っといて自分はそれか。デレデレしやがってこにやろ。
デレデレはしてないがこれからするかもしれない。そんな兄をお前は優しく見守れ。
はあもうないわ。こいつないわ。言ったろ。みやこ先輩にも言ったろ。悪口ばっか言ったろ。
Please do tell. This guy is actually hopeless.
やめろ。
Kakeru, you are such a, I don't know. Not really a beta male? What do you call Kakeru? I don't know, man. My friend was telling me that Kakeru is also... I forgot what he said to Kakeru, but he's not a usual horny teenager. He's way worse. They were arguing pretty loudly. We keep our pace relaxed to avoid catching up with Senpai's group. Unfortunately, I think we were so loud that Kosaka-senpai heard us, since I catch a glimpse of her grinning at me through the crowd of guys. Despite all the stupid stuff I said, I'm still being cautious with her. Honestly speaking, I prefer to avoid Kosaka-senpai and her slaves as much as possible.
してねえっつうの。
That said, the normal Kosaka-senpai is a valuable source of information, so I can't just cut her off. Look, the situation is complicated, okay? Stop lying to yourself, Kakeru.
かけるちゃん、お昼食べましょう。
Yoichi saunters over to my desk once the lunch bell rings. Yoichi's eyes widen when he sees me pull out both the lunchbox and my convenience store bag.
あれ、珍しい。っていうか、初めてじゃない？お弁当。
なんか妹が持ってきた。
え、妹ちゃんの手作り？
いいや、おかん。
一口ちょうだい。
いいよ。
I unwrapped the cute packaging to reveal a plain-looking, two-tier lunchbox. I was all ready for Mom to embarrass me with a cutesy lunchbox, but I'm glad she didn't. Though it comes back to me that Sora said something about Mom getting into decorating her lunches with cute character designs, so I can't let my guard down just yet.
ああ、そうだ。
ん？
レイヤにね、聞いてみたんだよね。
Wait, did I call him Ren? Yeah, I did call him Ren, so it's Renya.
え、聞いたって。
クホの子の話はしてないよ。女の子と一緒に歩いてたところ見たけど、あの子たち誰よって。
ああ、そのことか。
でね、紹介してもらえることになった。
え、どっち？二人とも？
うん。
マジかよ。
I did not see this coming. I'm a little shaken. Sophie said that she could find out how Takamine... Okay, there we go. Takamine is his, family name. Knew the hooded girl should have an easier time investigating her. And now Yoichi's got the chance to find out. Thanks to this, I'll be able to ask him later how the hooded girl and Takamine know each other. This might just be the best chance we'll get. However... Is it really a good idea to let Yoichi meet with those guys? I doubt Takamine would hurt his old friend, but
いつそれ？
明日。
何時？
何？一緒に行きたいの？
そういうわけじゃないけど。
なんだ、別に来てもよかったのに。ね、なんか変な時間だったんだよな。
probably nighttime.
変な？
ちょっと待ってね。
Yoichi stops working on tearing open his sandwich wrapper and takes out his phone. He taps it a few times, likely checking his conversation with Takamine.
ああ、そうだ、8時だ。
朝の？
違う、夜。
夜？
そうそう、遊びに行くにもご飯にも遅いよね。女の子の都合がつかないのかな。
どうだろうな。
あとね、待ち合わせ場所もおかしいんだよね。神社だよ、神社。
つくも神社か。
そうそう、女の子の家が近いのかなって納得はしてるけど、まあそれに連夜だし微妙にずれてるんだよな、あいつ。
神社で何すんだ？
知らない。僕は軽くお茶に行くつもりだけど、もしかしたら聖地でアニメの話でもしたいのかもね。
お前興味ないだろ。
まあね、でも適当に合わせちゃったからな。女の子紹介してほしくて。
自分も大好きでね。
っていうか、なんていうか、まさかお前も、なんだっけな、ユーザーだったとはとか言われてさ、ついそうなんだよ、
Oh my
ユーザーなんだ
god.
よって言っちゃった。
Yoichi, if you're actually evil, you are way too into this character. I don't know. I think he's just dumb, guys.
つい。
そう、ついあれでしょ、ユーザーってメビウスの。
みたいだな。
サイトやってるのは知ってたけど、まさかあそこまでハマってるなんて思わなかったな。
Yoichi casually puts away his phone and bites into his sandwich. Crap. Takamine doesn't think he arranged a meeting to catch up with an old friend. He's trying to recruit Yoichi. And if Takamine finds out Yoichi was lying about being a user,
その嘘突き通した方がいいかもな。
かけるもそう思う？うまく切り抜けないとな。かけるも食べたら？せっかくのお弁当。
ああ、そうだった。
I was so engrossed in Yoichi's story that I forgot to eat. I put my hands together in a quick prayer and opened my lunchbox. Figures.
どうし、
二段とも白米なんだが。
コンビニのパンでご飯を食べろってことかな。
Wait, what the fuck?
鬼かよ。
きっと妹ちゃんのお弁当、おかずオンリーになってるね。
Are you fucking kidding me? What is this, mom? This is pissing me off.
取り替えてくる。
はいはい、いってらっしゃい。
What the fuck? Oh, did she like mess up the second tier or something? I close up my lunchbox and head outside. Okay. I'm like, huh? Is this like some passive aggressiveness shit? But okay, I'm misunderstanding. Alright. If she really just gave me like fucking rice, that is gonna be like, I don't know, I would have been so angry. Sora seems to have noticed a mix-up as well, as I run into her halfway through the courtyard.
糖質制限のお弁当かと思った。
Unfortunately, she ate through most of it already, so all I end up with is a lone omelet to go with my rice. This is just depressing. After school, I head to 9 Ball with Sora so the group can exchange information again. As usual, Kujo's got work, so we'll be filling her in over a lime later.
そう、あなたの友人がフードの女と接触する。
Noah says over a bite of chocolate syrup-coated whipped cream. From the sound of it, she still hasn't been able to discover anything about a hooded girl. Though this is a fantastic chance to learn more about her, Noah seems to have the same misgivings I do.
能力者と嘘をついてしまったならバレた時が心配ね。でも幼馴染なんでしょ。私らみたいにいきなり襲おうとしたりはしないんじゃない？
I mean, the hooded girl might.
そう思いたいがな。高峰のこともフードの女のことも俺たちは知らなさすぎる。
そうね。 違いないと決めつけるのはあまりにも軽率ね。どうすんの？こっそり近くで見守るとか？
そうしたいところでもあるんだが、
空の能力が通用しない以上、スニーキングも難しいでしょうね。
そこなんだよな。だからソフィーに任せることにした。
ソフィー？
Noah's spoon stops halfway through her mouth, and she gives me a suspicious glare. Come to think of it, I haven't told her about Sophie yet.
まあ信じがたいかもしれないが、異世界の住人だ。
異世界ですって。いやマジですよ。私も会いましたもん。ぬいぐるみみたいな姿で宙に浮いてるんです。
アーティファクト、有機的には生異物だけか。ソフィーの世界の道具らしい。あっちからこっちに流出した。
で、私らが回収を手伝ってるってわけです。
I guess even someone with as active an imagination as Noah is having a hard time swallowing this. No, she's probably just jealous. Or so I thought.
あなたたちと手を組んだのは正解だったわね。
え？
まさかエルフヘイムの妖精と契約していたなんて。
Sora tries to repeat the strange word. I guess Noah managed to retcon Sophie into her headcanon. Well, I'm glad it didn't take much convincing for her to believe me. I'm worried she might go off on another rant any second now. Also, calling Sophie a sprite is an insult to sprites. She's nowhere near that cute.
そのソフィーに任せればフードの女の素性がわかるのね。
そのはず。高峰のこともあっさり調べてくれた。取っかかりさえあればフードの女のこともすぐに調べてくれるはずだ。
了解。では任せるとしましょう。あっさり信じたっすね。そんなつまらない嘘をついて私を騙すメリットが確かに。
Oh, sorry about that, Noah.
そうっすね。はい。
空の方はなんかあるんだろ？
そうでした。ありますあります。
Sora fishes around in her bag for her phone, then starts tapping away furiously. While Sora's pulling up whatever she needs to, Noah demolishes her parfait and raises a hand to call Cujo over.
はい。ダージリンのホット。かしこまりました。ニミくんとソラちゃんは。
Oh, okay, I thought she was gonna say something else.
ああ、どうしよう。じゃあジンジャーエール。
私まだ残ってるから大丈夫。かしこまりました。少々お待ちくださいませ。
Cujo bows politely, takes my empty glass and Noah's empty parfait cup, puts them on her tray and heads to the kitchen. I watch her go, then turn around just as Sora finishes her preparations.
ほらこれこれ、アガスティアの葉の掲示板。高峰蓮也が運営するアニメのサイトね。ですです。はるか先輩なんだけどね、結局書き込んじゃったみたいで。
ああ、他のユーザーを釣るってやつか。
そう、ほらこれ。
She puts her phone down in the middle of the table. Noah and I lean forward to get a better look. This says she can't control her power very well.
見る限り嘘は一つもないわね。空から聞いた彼女の悩みと一致している。あと本物のユーザーしか知らないことを混ぜてるんですよね。本物なら読めばわかるって感じに。巧妙ね。
これもう一人の先輩が書いたのか？
自分で書いたって。ニーニがさ、ほら敵対するよりそのままの方がって言ったじゃん。
ああ、
怖いから書いちゃったって。あと司令官が添削してるって。
添削ね。
先ほどの件といい、仲間探しに本飯を入れ始めたということね。
ぽいな。本気で釣りたいみたいだ。
ごめんなさいって謝ってたよ先輩。
いや、謝る必要はない。それでいいと思って伝えておいてくれ。
私もそう思ったからもう言っておいた。リアクションはまだないかな。どうだろう、後で聞いてみる。集まったらオフ会するつもりみたいって言ってたよ。
オフ会？いつ？
ゴールデンウィークあたりじゃないかなって。
Is right now the 29th? I think so.
来週か。もうすぐだな。
集まるめどはすでに立っていると考えるべきね。お待たせしました。
Ujo arrives and our conversation grinds to a halt. Once she's done putting our cups on the table, he hugs the tray to her chest and gives us a concerned look.
なんだか表情が暗いけれど、少し急ぐ必要があるかもしれない。けれど、未だ彼らに対抗する手段がないことは問題ね。対抗する手段。もっとも、私たちは待つしかない。彼らが明確な悪であるという証拠がない限り動けない。じれるけれど、正義の味方ってそういうもの。後手に回ろうが必ず勝つ。
God, that is so stupid. I know in the last episode I did praise Noah about how you gotta stick to your own bearings and whatnot, but that is simply just not something that I would personally do. Being 5 steps behind and trying to still be victorious in the end? Sorry, I ain't no superhero, Noah. Her voice is quiet but determined. That's just way too idealistic for me. That's what I feel. I don't know, maybe I used to have that sort of mentality though. Maybe back then. Back when I was younger. And honestly, she's right. At the moment, all we have is a suspicion that one of them is the user of the evil eye. If we go after them without proof, we'll be the evil ones. I should have realized this sooner, but that's another strong reason to confirm their identities and powers. Still, as Noah said, all we can do for now is wait.
私にできること、何かある？今は仕事に集中した方がいい。そうでした。今日の話、後でまとめて送りますぜ。お願いします。いらっしゃいませ。
Ujo hurries off to see another customer.
ソラ、他に何かあるか？
終わり。ひとまずは明日ね。ゴールデンウィークまでに彼らが石化事件の犯人であるとその確証を得たい。証拠が揃ったら警察に突き出す。
Noah sips her tea. Then, after a deep breath, she says,
今の司法では能力者の罪を裁くことはできない。だから私が裁く。刑を執行する。この命に変えても。
She must think that what she's saying is so cool. Confused, Sora looks to me for help. As always, she's speaking in a grandiose fashion. But there's a possibility she's serious, and that scares me. I can't afford to write it off as one of Noah's edgy but empty pronouncements. I get the feeling Noah has her own personal reasons for supporting us. A private motivation for chasing after those who misuse their powers.
もう話すことがないのなら、今日の会議は終わりね。
Probably has something to do why she's a chuny in the first place.
ああ、そうだな。
ニーニー、ここでご飯食べてく？
いや、まだ早いし、後で別のところで食べる。
そっか。じゃあ私はうちで食べよ。
今のうちに弁当箱返しておく。
お、はいはい。あ、軽い。完食したの？
ふりかけのおかげでなんとかなった。
Rice and seasoning? Oh my god, that must have been miserable.
私お腹空いちゃってさ。やっぱり炭水化物ないとダメだね。おかずだけじゃダメだ。
You're such an Asian girl, Sora. A lot of people in Indonesia says the same thing. If you don't eat rice, you haven't eaten yet. I used to think the same way, but that is the exact reason why I got fat. So I am changing that shitty mentality, that shitty mindset. No thank you.
お前、よく俺にそんなこと言えるな。
お米美味しかった？美味しかった？
Shut up, Sora. I do like it when she actually teases Kakeru.
そろそろ本当にぶん殴るぞお前。
あ、コーラなくなっちゃった。ジンジャーエールちょっとちょうだい。
あーもうお前イライラする。お前すんげーイライラする。
Noah quietly sips her tea, uninterested in our sibling quarrel. We haven't really come together as a team yet, but time waits for no one. Whatever's coming our way, this is the crew we've got to work with. I haven't forgotten that hooded girl's threat. I need to figure something out, and fast. I see Sora off at the station, scrounge up dinner and return home. Huh, is Kujo not gonna make us any dinner today? I guess not. Throwing my back, I guess she does have work. Throwing my back down, I turn to an empty part of my room.
Sophie, いるか?
The space in front of me immediately warps and Sophie appears, creepy smile and all.
何かご用？
明日の夜8時、高峰がフードの女と接触する。
あらそう。いいわ。調べてあげる。
助かる。あと、来週高峰たちが複数のユーザーと接触する可能性もある。まだ確定じゃないが、こっちでも気をつけておく。
You know, if tomorrow is the 30th, we might actually see Yoichi as a potential, like, second victim. Because I do think the second victim was on the 30th on Kujo's chapter.
気をつけるってどうやって？
それはこれから決める。
適当ね。まあいいわ。その心意気は褒めてあげる。他には？
終わり。
そう。じゃ、また明日。
With that curt farewell, Sophie disappears. I guess all that's left is to wait for her report. If Sophie is able to confirm that either Takamine or the hooded girl is the user of the evil eye, then it'll be time for a showdown. We'll use Kujo's ability to steal their artifacts and render them powerless. I just wish there was some way I could contribute to the plan. Maybe I should just make myself a meat shield. Is that really all I can do?
俺のユーザーならさっさと目覚めてくれないかな。
I flop down into my bed and idly gaze at the palm of my hand. I've never yet seen a stigma on me, and it doesn't look like one will show up anytime soon. I'm starting to doubt I'm really a user at all. I hear a noise near the entrance and lift my head. There's the clicking sound of someone unlocking my door, and then a dull thud as they open and close it.
ただいま。
Thought you were going home! Did you go home and come back here again? Wait, why is she here?
なんだちゃんといるじゃん。おかえりって言ってよ。
Dressed in her casual clothes, Sora walks into my living room. She's carrying a bulging backpack. Somehow I doubt that's a present for me.
何？お前帰ったんじゃないの？
帰ったよ。で、帰ってきた。
She drops the backpack and settles down. She's planning to stay over again, isn't she?
帰れよ。
帰りませんよ。何言ってんすか。週末は一緒に過ごす約束でしょ。
No, I would remember that. We made no such promise.
そんな約束してねえよ。
それに、あれですよ。監視ですよ。
Why?
何の監視だよ。
はるか先輩を連れ込まないかの監視ですよ。
Are you serious?
なんだそれ。
だってね、二人きりで迫られたら断れないでしょ。
I mean, she's kinda right though.
いや、そんなことは。
断れないっていうか、断らないでしょ。ほら
俺何も言ってないだろ。
言わなくてもわかんの。このエロ魔人。
男はみんなエロいんだよ。
お開き直りやがった。てかさ、ニーニーミラコ先輩好きなんちゃうんですか。なんなんすか、浮気っすか。
いや、浮気とかお前付き合ってないし。そもそもさ、それとこれとは話がさ別じゃん。は、
別？何？できればいいってこと？
I guess so, Sora. I guess you're right. He does have sex in the brains.
何言ってんだお前は。
He's a sex demon.
やれれば誰でもいいのか。
Yup.
おまこら最低か。もっと取り繕え。せめて誠実なふりしろ、せそなじ。
How the hell are we gonna bang you though in this game? That's what I'm curious about. I really hope they don't like just use some Nuki magic and make it, you know, force you into having an 8 scene with her. This has gotta be, you know, not be something like that, okay? That would piss me off.
それが男というものだ。
何決め顔で言ってんだ。うわ最低だこの兄、人として最低だ。
うっせバーカ。欲望に忠実なだけだバーカ。
I'm honest with my desires too. I just don't want to fuck anyone.
だから開き直るなっつうの。そのさ、したいだけならさ、私を抱けばいいじゃん。さ、遅え遅え。
What the fuck? That's so fucked up.
そういうガチで弾いてるリアクション求めてないんですけど。
ちょっとすいません。
だから何弾いてんの。ぶっ飛ばすそうでしょ。いつもならそういうところでしょ。
今日は帰っていただけると。
違うの、そういうのじゃないの。違うの、本気で言ったんじゃないの。
ちょっとやめてください。
This is so dumb.
だから泣くぞ。あんまりそういうこと言うと泣くぞ。
You're the one who said it first, Sora.
無言で玄関の方を見るな。帰らないぞ、私は帰らないぞ。だからその顔やめて。舌打ちワンパターンとか言ったけど、そういうのやめて。胸に来るから割とガチで傷つくから。いじめるなよもう。
We know you're faking, Sora.
チラチラこっち見んなよ。
慰めろよ。
ポテトチップス食べる？
あ、食べる食べる。
This girl is something else. She cheers up instantly, and after grabbing a bag of potato chips off my table, she rips it open and starts munching. Guess I'm stuck in the sleeping bag again. Mildly depressed, I start to get changed.
やだ、急に脱ぎ出した。襲うつもり？
お前ちょっと黙れ。
Is it the 30th? Yup, it is the 30th. We might hear some news about someone dying, and it might be Yoichi tonight. Since we've got nothing else to do, we're once again poring over the documents Miss Narse gave us. Sadly, even after scrutinizing all of them, we haven't learned a thing about the Evil Eye's weakness or about how to deal with its powers. But while we didn't find what we were looking for, the documents themselves were pretty interesting to read through. Thanks to the scraps Sophia's fed us, we were able to fill in the blanks where Miss Narse seemed confused about events or consistency. The legendary Iris who saved Shiro Mitsugawa centuries ago really did exist, and she might still be alive. It's also likely she was the original owner of the Evil Eye. My guess is that something caused her to lose possession of it, and hundreds of years later, it made its way back to Earth. From that, we can infer that there are ways to nullify the contract between an artifact and its user. Miss Narsa concluded that Iris came to be worshipped as a snake god because, at the time, the indigenous people worshipped snakes. Apparently, Shiro Mitsugawa's original residents believed snakes had the power to control water. Considering that similar spirit worship is prevalent all across Japan, that would make sense. Hence why Iris, a resident of another world who possessed superpowers, became the Great White Serpent. The land on which this shrine was built was previously a sacred site. Once upon a time, the story goes, people who wandered into the area were whisked away to the underworld, never to return. According to Miss Narase's documents, people often did go missing from this particular area, so she suspects the rumor started as a means of keeping folks away from danger. However, I think there's a different reason. My guess is this place is where it's easiest to link our world and Sophie's. Which is why when disaster struck centuries ago, Iris gave Miss Narase's ancestors the sacred relic as a way of keeping the gate firmly closed and preventing any further problems. Future. The relic succeeded in keeping the world separate, but now that it's broken, they're linked again. I guess history is doomed to repeat itself. To be honest, while I've been going with the flow and just accepting things as they happen, my logical side has been a little skeptical about whether any of this is real. Probably because my own powers haven't manifested themselves. But after reading through these historical records, my lingering doubts have vanished. That said, knowing this isn't all some grand hallucination won't bring me any closer to solving the case. Rubbing my tired eyes, I drop the stack of documents onto the table. Sora, sitting across from me, is staring intently into her cup.
何してんだ？さっきからずっとそうしてるだろ。
練習というか実験というか訓練というか。
能力のか？
そうそう。
Okay, more training arc, but with a different girl this time then? She lifts her cup a little. With her free hand, she takes out her phone and puts it next to the cup. She then pulls my glass and phone, which are sitting on the table, over to her. Folding her arms, she glares down at the two cups and phones.
やっぱ4つになると実用的じゃないっぽいな。
複数に能力かけられるのか。
できるっちゃできるってくらい？でも効果が薄くなるね。
Yeah, we already know that from the other route.
今自分には能力使ってないのか？
使ってないよ。
ああ、勘違いしてた。いつもお前自分に使ってるから。
はあ、対象は自由だよ。視界に入ってる人か物なら何でもいける感じ？
視界って目に入ってれば遠くてもいいのか？あれ、そう聞くと結構すごいな。
って威張りたいけど、射程が長くても実際問題使い道がない。
まあ確かに。
それに基本的に一つしか存在感の操作できないし。
さっき複数できるっちゃできるって。
それが難しいところなんですよ。
She takes my glass, her cup, and the phones and spreads them all out across the table.
今私、このマグカップの存在感を操作しております。
はい。
でですね、このマグカップにですね。
She picks up her phone and brings it close to her cup again.
これでこのスマホを能力の影響下に置くかどうかの選択ができるようになります。つまりですね、私が操作しているもののそばにあるものなら一緒に存在感を操作できますよと。
Yes, we also already know this.
能力の起点となっているのはこのマグカップだから、スマホがマグカップから離れちゃうと能力の効果が切れちゃいますよと。私説明下手か？
あ、いや、なんとなくわかる。なんとなく。
じゃあ続きます。で、そうやって対象を複数に広げると効果が弱くなっちゃうみたい。こうやって
She gathers together the stuff on the table.
1個にかけられる最大を100とすると、ここまで範囲を広げちゃうと1個あたり10くらいになっちゃうわけ。ほぼ無意味。
なるほどな。
で、そもそもの大問題がですよ。ニーミ、普通に見えてるよね。
まあ、
それですよ。そもそも最大の100でも弱い。お父さんとお母さん相手なら騙せるんだけどな。ニーニには効かないんだな。
フードのあいつにも見破られたな。
そう、それどうにかできないかなってずっと実験してるんだけど、このままじゃ私の存在意義って。
I'm pretty much the one that's the most useless though, Sora. Sora flops backward onto the floor. I mean, it's not like I'm contributing much myself. Well, leaving that aside, I remember Sophie did mention something about impedance before. I guess if you have a lot of that, Sora's powers won't work. I really should have asked Sophie more about it when I had the chance. I need to make sure to bring it up before we have to go toe-to-toe with those guys.
あ、そうだ。
Sora turns her back to me and hikes up her shirt.
おい、何してんだお前。
見て見て、スティグマ。
ああ、出てるけど。
I think her stigma was on her back, yeah? Or was it on her butt? I forgot.
大きくなってない？
I stare at the pattern on Sora's back. Huh.
わからん。
なんだよ、別れよ。
だって1回しか見たことないし。
True?
妹のことなんだから正確に記憶してよね。兄やん髪切っても気づかないし。
いや、髪とかどうでもいいし。
別れ、乙女心。
Sora straightens out her clothes and turns to me. How the hell am I supposed to know anything about a womanly heart?
いいんですよ、そんなのは。気のせいかもだけど、なんか大きくなってるというか、広がってるというか、伸びてるというか。
She's noticing this a lot faster than Cujo.
大きくね。
成長してるってことでいいのか
Might be.
多分そういうことなんだろうな。これもソフィーに。お。
The space above the table warps. I was thinking about calling her, so I guess this saves time. Man, weird for her to show up that quick. She's probably got something she wants to ask us. Or maybe she's got a report to make. The plushie with a creepy smell pokes its head out of the dimensional rift in my living room.
はーい、こんにちは。こんちゃーす。
フードの女のこと、何か分かったのか？
残念ながらそっちはまだ聞きたいことがあるの。
なんすか？
新しい犠牲者って出ているかしら？
Yeah, this is on the 30th, so I believe Sophie is trying to make sure that the timeline is similar or something.
マガンのユーザーのか？
ええ、さ。
出てないと思いますけど。ね。
ああ、多分。まさか俺たちが知らないだけで出たのか？
出たのかどうか聞いているのはこっち。調べてくれる？そのパソコンで。
ああ、わかった。
I wake up my laptop and grab my mouse. Sora also pulls out her phone and starts typing. I pull up my browser and scroll through a few news sites.
特にそういうニュースはないな。
It wasn't until late at night. It wasn't until late at night, wasn't it?
私も見つけらんなかった。
So that's why I was thinking it might be Yoichi in this timeline.
そう、ありがとう。やっぱり完全に枝分かれしてしまっているみたいね。
枝分かれ？
Sora tilts her head. Come to think of it,
前も枝がどうとかって言っていたな。
あら、覚えてたのね。
なに私だけ仲間外れ。何の話？
確か別の可能性とも言っていた。多分あれだろ。パラレルワールド的な話だろ。
珍しく察しがいいわね。そうよ、その通り。
パラレル。どういうの？
私は様々な可能性を観測できるということよ。
at once or one at a time.
さまざまな。じゃあその別の枝？可能性？では人が死んでるってこと？
If it's at once, does that mean that that's impossible. It's gotta be one at a time. She must be able to jump through. Like what I was thinking a couple of episodes back. I think that's misleading about her saying at once. I think that's misleading.
そうなるわね。
Sophie descends to the table. So there should have been a second victim, but we avoided it. That ought to be a good thing, but for some reason, Sophie doesn't look very happy.
それが何か問題なのか？
問題というわけじゃないけれど、かなりレアなケースなのよ。展開があまりにも違いすぎる。
パラレルワールドって言われるとちょっとしたことで生まれちゃいそうなイメージあるけど、そういうわけでもないってことなのかな。
面倒だけど、まあいいわ。せっかくだし話してあげる。
お願いします。
確かに空の言う通り、枝は些細なことで分岐するわ。例えばそうね、あなたたちがよく行く都の喫茶店、コーラを
Oh, sorry
頼
about
んだ
that.
枝、ジンジャーエールを頼んだ枝はそれぞれに分岐するけれど、それで何かが変わると思う？
Probably not.
どちらを飲んでもあなたは家に帰り、眠り、明日を迎えるでしょ？
ですね。はい。
つまりそんな些細な選択では大きな流れは変わらないってこと。一度は分岐したとしても二つの枝はまた一つに統合される。
Yeah, that's what we call meaningless choices.
デジャビューってあるでしょ。既視感。あれは枝が統合されたことによって起こる現象よ。別の枝での記憶が消えずに混在する。
Yeah, I don't believe that, sadly.
おお、なるほど、面白い。
よって平行世界なんて簡単には生まれないという結論になるわね。戦争が起こったか起こっていないか、戦争に勝ったか負けたか、そんな大きな出来事でもないと枝は完全に分岐しない。
つまり今の枝はその些細なことで分岐してしまっているからかなりのレアケースってことか。
I have a feeling this actually is trying to rationalize why some of the visual novels in the old days, when you go to a different route, there's actually not that much differences other than just the ending. But I actually dislike that. I really like when you go to a route, everything changes. So that's why this is a lot more interesting than whatever it is Sophie is trying to say when the world diverges back to its original state.
ご明察。ある地点をきっかけに流れが大きく変わっているのよ。観測者としては厄介な事態ね。
And that's because Sora remembered something?
あー、私ひらめいた。わかっちゃった。ニーミでしょ。それがニーミの能力なんじゃないの？運命をねじ曲げる。
No?
残念ながらカケルが能力を発動させた様子は一切ないわね。
なんだよ、ちょっと期待したのに。
あれ？この人もしかして私以上の役立たずなのでは？
うるせえよ、本質をつくな。
けれどカケルが中心にいるのは間違いない。枝分かれのきっかけはあなたの行動よ。別の枝では空を突き放したけど、こちらの枝では空の要求を受け入れた。その結果ビグベーダと名乗る連中と接触し、犠牲者を一人減らした。
そんなことで流れが変わったっての？
ええ、だから私も困惑しているの。
つまりこれは私のお手柄ってことでは？
I'm kind of surprised that she's actually spilling the beans about this, huh?
突っ込むの面倒だからちょっと黙ろうか。
はい。
アーティファクトの影響でもないのに、なんでソフィーも困惑するようなことが起こってるんだ？普通はないんだろ？
ないけどたまにいるのよね。やたらと大きな流れに干渉しちゃう人。得意点とでも言えばいいかしら。
得意点？
そう、注意なさいと言っても無駄でしょうけど、あなたの行動はさまざまな事象に影響を与えるかもしれない。まあ気に留めておくことね。
得意点。得意点。
I know she told me to bear it in mind, but I had no idea I possessed that power until just now. I'm not sure what to do. Should I just, like, not do anything? No, that's just being indecisive.
いいなぁ。何得意点って主人公みたい。
まあ悪い気はしてないな。
いいなぁ、いいなぁ。
のんきな兄弟ね。まあいいわ。聞きたいことは聞けたし。じゃあね。
ああ、待ってくれ。
何？
こっちも聞きたいことがあるんだ。
手短にお願い。
スティグマについて。空のが大きくなってるみたいなんだ。
Stigmata? I thought it was stigma. Why did they suddenly add a stigmata there?
大きく？
多分おそらく微妙に。
これって成長してるってことでいいのか？
そう解釈もできなくもないけれど、あなたどれくらいの頻度で能力を使っているの？
割と頻繁に。
だったら遊び感覚で使うのはもうやめることね。どうなっても知らないわよ。
喜んでいい状況じゃないってわけですね。
まずいのか。
さあ、まだわからない。けれどあなたたちはアーティファクトの扱い方に慣れていないでしょ。あの男みたいになっても責任は持てないよ。
So you're gonna tell us he died in this timeline?
あなたたちの学校を燃やした男。
That wipes a smiles off our faces. His power went out of control, after which she self-destructed. So that can happen to anyone. Makes sense, I guess. We've been taking this all too lightly, forgetting that we're playing with powers we don't understand.
マジで気をつけます。
そうしてちょうだい。それじゃ、さようなら。
待った。
何よ、まだあるの？
今日のこと頼む。
夜の8時でしょ。ちゃんと覚えているわよ。じゃあね。
I have a bad feeling for Yoichi today. Sophie waves her tiny hand and vanishes through her portal. We sure learned a lot, but I have no idea what to make of any of it. I'm a singularity, and our powers could go out of control.
とりあえず能力の実験はもうやめとけ。
そうします。本当は今日様子見に行きたかったなーって思ってたんだけど。
なし。どっちにしろ見破られる危険を冒してまでやることじゃないしな。ソフィーに任せよう。
了解っす。
Sora gives me a salute and flops back onto the floor.
いやー、ることなくなっちゃったなー。8時からなんだよね。
あ
やっぱり心配だよね。
あ、まあな。何かあってもソフィーはスルーしそうだしな。
She is just an observer.
でも様子見に行っても逆に刺激しちゃいそうだよね。
それだよな。陽一と高峰は幼馴染だし、あいつコミュ力も高いし、やばいことにはならないとは思うんだが。
犠牲者がとか聞いちゃうと心配になっちゃうよね。まあ私らにできること何にもないけどさ。
無能だしな。
だよな、無能だもんな。あ、ニーニ。
What the fuck is that broski-chan? Oh my god, that just, I don't know, just reading that gives me goosebumps. Sora sits back up and puts her hands on the table.
じっとしてると落ち着かないし、どっか出かけようよ。あ、用事ある？
お前友達いないの？
あ、なんだ急にあんのかな。
いや、真面目に心配してる。兄として。入学してそろそろ1ヶ月だろう。
まあ、はい、そうですね。
それなのにお前は友達と1回も出かけず、兄の部屋に入り浸っている。友達と1回も出かけず。
おい、2回も言うな、おい。
友達ちゃんといるか？
優しく言うなよ。いるから、ちゃんといるから。疑いの目で見るな。ただおとなしい子のグループに入ってるだけだから。遊びにはまだ行ってないけど、リングとかで話したりはしてるから。
それならいいが。
わ、これマジで心配してるやつだわ。
お前ほら、俺より社交的だけど、俺と同じで人数増えるほど面倒になるタイプだろ？
そうですね。クラスのみんなで遊びに行こうぜ的なパーティーピーポーなノリは嫌いですね。はい。
How do I feel about those sort of situations? I probably would go, but I'd probably just still talk to the people that I know in my group mostly.
だからクラス会とか断って浮いてるんじゃないかと思ってな。
大丈夫だって。そりゃクラス全員と馴染めてはいないけどさ、友達はちゃんといるから。
ならいい。
そもそもさ、浮くわけないじゃん。みんなほっとかないよ、こんな美少女。こんな美少女。
あ？
マジトーンで威圧するのやめてもらえます？怖いし不愉快なのでやめてもらえます？
暇なら宿題でもやれ。
なんだよ、出かけないのかよ。
Pouting, Sora pulls out her notebook and plops it on the table. I file away Miss Narse's documents and take out my own homework. She's right that we'll probably fret about it if we're just lounging around the house all day, but there's no point in overthinking this. For now, we should just wait patiently for Sophie's report. So we're really just gonna do homework for the whole day? Later, Sora and I head to the area around the station for dinner. It's currently 8:30 p.m. A bit late to be going out for dinner, but we just weren't hungry until now. Both of us are secretly hoping we might run into Yoichi's group somewhere. It'd be too obvious if we went to the shrine, so instead we're wandering around the city hoping to accidentally run into them. At the very least, they won't be suspicious of us this way. Not that either of us expects to actually find them, it's just our way of convincing ourselves we're doing something useful. We know our plans as half-assed as they come, so we only wandered for a little while before deciding to get dinner. We both keep our eyes peeled while we walk toward the station.
何食べる？
お前が食べたいのでいいよ。
じゃあここら辺ってナインボールとファミレスとカレー屋さん以外に何あるの？
ラーメン屋とか。
あ、ラーメンいいな。みやこ先輩って今日バイト？
いや、多分違うはず。
なんだそっか。そろそろバイト終わる時間なら一緒にどっかなーって思ったんだけど。
夕方くらいにメッセージ来た。陽一のこと心配してたな。
なんだよ、私には来てないぞ。二人でこそこそイチャつきやがって。
アホか。
アホって言った方がアホなんです。
で何？ラーメン？
どうしよう。とりあえず駅前ブラブラしながら考えたいところですね。
えいえい。
We pick up our pace and hurry to the station. We're here. I don't see Yoichi anywhere. He did say he wanted to take everyone to get tea or something, but there's no guarantee he went to one of the station cafes. Ugh, I knew this was a waste of time. She was live texting the meetup? Sora looks forlornly down at her phone.
実況？
私もね、はるか先輩からメッセージ来てたんだよね。でも、そろそろ神社に着きますってメッセージの後、何も来なくなっちゃった。
She went to her other personality, Sora.
それいつ？
Oh, sorry about that. Damn you twitchy fingers.
私たちが出かける直前くらい？
人格交代してるっぽいな。
かも。普通にスマホいじれないだけな気もするけど。
いや、陽一はグイグイ行くタイプだからな。大阪先輩絶対テンパる。
あ、じゃあ交代してるっすね。
今も神社にいるのか、もうどっかの店に移動してるのか。偶然に期待してても仕方ないな。
実際出くわしちゃったら気まずいよね。さっさとお店入ろっか。
ラーメン？
ラーメン！
あっさりとこってり。
今はあっさりの気分。
じゃあ駅裏にいい店が。
あ、かけるじゃん。
え？
A cheerful voice comes from up ahead. Though both Sora and I were hoping that this would happen, now that it has, we both stiffen up. Neither of us really believed Yoichi would show up here. Isn't this awkward? He's together with Kusaka-senpai, Takamine, and the hooded girl Ghost. Looks like all of Rig Veda's here.
やっほー、何してんの？彼女？
違う、妹。飯食いに来たんだ。
おお、そうなんだ。こんばんは。かけるくんの大親友の陽一です。
あ、はい、こんばんは。ソラです。奇遇ですわね、かける様。
ああ、どうも。
様？知り合いとか以前に様？何？どういう関係？
いや、別に。
将来を誓い合った仲ですの。
いや違う、そんなんじゃない。先輩、ややこしくなるんで。
Senpai giggles flirtatiously. Behind her, Ghost is chewing her gum with an irritated look on her face, while Takamine looks positively furious.
よいち、彼らとの立ち話はまたにしてくれ。今後のことを話し合いたい。
God damn it, Reina. I still hear Gintoki in you.
ああ、はいはい。今後ね、今後。
Yoichi gives us a rueful smile. From the looks of it, he's kept the lie up so far. At least he seems pretty chill. I think it's safe to assume he's in the clear.
じゃあな。
うん、じゃあね。
名残惜しいですが、またお会いいたしましょう。ごきげんよう。 かける様、ソラさんと。あ、はい、また。
では行こう。
Takamine and the others saunter away. However, Ghost remains where she is. She blows a large bubble and pops it.
レイヤ
本名で呼ばないでくれと何度も言っているだろう。
俺はいい。お前らだけで行け。
So she wants to talk to me?
何？
どうせ外れだ。お前らに任せる。俺は本物にしか興味がない。
She gives us a piercing glare from under her hood. Don't tell me she's planning on fighting here. We're in public!
そうか。では我々だけで行くとしよ
So Renya already notices too, but I guess he's trying to talk to Yoichi for fun, I guess. He's trying to humor him.
え、なんで？あの子来ないの？
う。そのようだ。行くぞ。
仕方ないか。はーい。
どうしたエンプレス。
私も遠慮いたします
じゃあレイヤと二人きり？
勝手にしろ。行くぞヨイチ。
いや男二人って今日の趣旨が
At least you're safe, Yoichi. Despite his disappointment, Yoichi hurries after Takamine. The dimwit's a fake, she said. It seems Ghost saw through Yoichi's lie. But the fact that she chose to remain here means that he's still safe. In a way, this means I've achieved my original goal. The problem is, what do we do now? The two of us have no way of fighting back. A shiver runs down my spine. Apparently oblivious to the tense atmosphere, Hosaka-senpai casually walks away from Ghost and steps up to my side. Ghost clicks her tongue in irritation.
どういうつもりだ？
あの方とおしゃべりするよりかける様とご一緒した方が楽しそうだったのに。ただそれだけです。
Oh, sorry there. I guess she still talks very slowly, even though she is in her other personality. She wraps herself around my arm with a bewitching smile. She's gonna use her power, isn't she? Despite the fear laced through my heart, I can't help but get a little flustered when her breasts push up against me. However, I don't shove her away. Not because it feels nice, but because I can tell Kosaka-senpai is trying to protect us. This is no time to be shy. Playing along with her is our best way out of this. Are you sure, Kakeru?
場所を移しませんか、かける様。
そうっすね。じゃあ行きますか。
情けねえな、女に守られて。
安い挑発には乗らねえぞ。
だっせえな。少しは男らしいところ見せろよ。あのチビ使って俺たちを探るつもりだったんだろ。正面から来いよ、ニミッチ野郎だ。
なんとでも言え。お前らみたいに好戦的じゃないんだよ、こっちは。
Oh, sorry about that, Kakeru.
そうかい。まあそう警戒すんなよ。こんな場所で力を使うほど俺もうかつじゃないんだよ。
あら、あなたにそんな理性があったとは驚きですわ。ぶつかった殿方に力を使おうとして司令官に止められたのはいつのことでしたかしら。
信用ねえな。まあいいさ。俺もお前のことなんだ信用しちゃう。
Ghost pulls her hand out of her pocket and places it on her chest. The back of her hand flashes brightly for a moment. Her stigma. I instantly lean backward. So it's an attack stigma? Is that like telekinesis? A missile filled with malice flies just above my eyes, parting my bangs. You little...
挨拶代わりだ。せいぜい気をつけるんだな。
Ghost sticks her hand back into her pocket and grins.
人の忠告は聞くもんだぜ、お兄ちゃん。
Ghost pulls her hood down over her eyes, turns her back to us, and walks off. Whatever power she used, it was indeed evil eye. Doesn't mean that she might not have two powers, Kakeru. You were the one that said that. Does that mean she's not the culprit? Or was that just a trick to make us think she's not?
かける様、大事ありませんか？
ああ、大丈夫です。
I smooth down my bangs and nod. The way she's pressed up against me is a little embarrassing, so I gently disentangle my arm from her.
釣れませんわね。
いや、すみません。助かりました。
お礼を言われるようなことなど何も。ソラさんも大丈夫ですか？え？あ、ごめんお兄ちゃん。私何も。
別に謝ることじゃないだろ。
I reach out to Sora and pat her head. She's trembling. Confronting ghosts must still be a frightening experience for her. Kosaka-senpai smiles at us for a few seconds, but then her expression suddenly grows serious.
どうかお気をつけくださいまし。あの方はあのようにとても粗暴なので。
She's surprisingly keeping her promise on the last episode about not needing to use her powers to try to, you know, make us fall for her. Pretty surprised about that. I wonder why she wasn't doing that on the very first one. Maybe because we didn't get close to the original Kosaka-senpai?
はい。忠告ありがとうございます。
いいえ。今からお二人でお食事でしたかしら。
はい。あ、よかったらお礼におごります。
まあぜひ。とご一緒したいところではありますが、今回は遠慮いたしますわ。司令官たちと合流いたします。
そうですか。わかりました。
では私は。そうでした。
はい。
ゴールデンウィークに予定通りオフ会を行うようですわ。しかし参加者はサイトの常連ばかり。おそらく本物はいないでしょうね。
情報ありがとうございます。
ただの世間話ですわ。では。
Senpai takes her skirt hem in her fingers, curtsies, and elegantly walks off in the direction Takamine left. She must be catching up with them because she's worried about Yoichi, huh? Senpai said she wouldn't cooperate with us the other day, but she's sure giving us a lot of help right now. I'm starting to think it might be safe to trust her other personality as well. But that's a matter for another day.
飯食うか。
あ、
ラーメンだよな。
こってり。
あっさりだろ。
気が変わった。
んじゃ、駅裏じゃなくて駅前だな。行くぞ。
ニー。次は頑張るから。
ほどほどに頑張ろう。
Sorry, Sora.
お互い。
We eat our dinner and go home.
甘い。糖質すごい。絶対後悔する。
What are you eating? Sora's perked up again and is now enjoying a cup of pudding she picked up from a convenience store on the way back. While I do think she's acting a bit too carefree, being able to bounce back quickly has always been one of her strong points.
ニーニも食べる？
Sometimes people who do shit like this though, Kakeru, they're kind of overcompensating. They're trying to, you know, force themselves to do so.
俺はいい。
Sometimes it could be a good point though. I think I'm probably part of the people who think too much, who overthink about situations, so I do appreciate someone who can bounce back like this.
あげる気なかったけどね。
I'm getting a bit better though, like, you know, like right now, not sometimes, but I do think I'm a lot better at doing that now. Like when something actually makes me depressed and then I can just bounce back the next day. Not necessarily like the next 30 minutes, just like what Sora did, but I need a day to at least properly process the whole situation.
だと思った。
これからどうするの？
ん？
学 つり喧嘩売られたよね。
ああ、まあな。
The first time she just acted hostile, but this time she actually attacked me. So she barely grazed me, but still. The next time we meet, we might end up fighting for real. And if that happens, I can't afford to remain powerless. Being a singularity is all well and good, but I need to hurry up and figure out how to use my artifact.
とにかく今はソフィーの報告を待とう。
ほいほい。あ、噂をすれば。
The air above my table warps. Sophie appears from the rift, looking unhappy.
一触即発だったじゃない、不用心ね。
Without even a greeting, she starts chewing us out. I guess this means she saw everything.
悪かったよ。確かに不用心だった。
あら素直ね。まあいいわ、無事だったんだし。
何かわかりました？
ええ、あなたたちにしばらくお休みをあげる。
お休み？
そう、フードのあの子に接近しないように。アーティファクト探しもしばらくいいわ。
Did she predict that we were both gonna die or something? You know, she did say she had divination or whatever.
戦力外通告？
ええ、そうね。
Sophie says flatly, "While I realize we're out of our depth, it still stings to be told that."
反論しないところを見ると、客観的に自分の力量を測れているようね。
あいつ少なくとも攻撃的な力を持ってるだろ。俺たちにはないし防御もできない。
そうね。それにあの子、アーティファクトを複数持っているわ。
We kind of guessed that. They were like heavily hinting that she had multiple.
一人一個じゃないの？
いいえ、そんな制限はないわ。
じゃあまだあいつが魔眼のユーザーである可能性は残っているのか。
そうね。というか、限りなくあの子でしょうね。魔眼を持っているのは。
名前とかは分かったんですか？
いいえ、
手こずってるのか。
認めたくないけれど、そうね。道理で空の能力が効かないはずだわ。あの子、幾重にもエンチャントを重ねている。
エンチャント、防御が硬い？
You got buffs, Sora.
そういうこと。どうやら想定していた中でも最悪の相手みたいね。
マジかよ。そこまでか。
アーティファクトの数も知識もあなたたちはあの子の足元にも及ばない。ミヤコとノアだったかしら。二人にもあの子には決して近づかないこと。あなたたちの叶う相手じゃない。いいわね。
ああ、わかった。
よろしい。あなたたちをこのまま放っておいたりはしないから安心なさい。いろいろ分かったら教えに来てあげるわ。じゃあね。ちゃんとおとなしくしていなさいよ。
I nod to Sophie and she vanishes. Ghost is probably gonna kill Sora and us both in this timeline. I have a bad feeling about that. She's utterly beyond us, huh? She has us beat in both firepower and knowledge of how to apply it. But what interests me is, where did she get that knowledge? Did her multiple artifacts teach her more than a single one would? Or...
ゴーストもソフィーと同じ異世界人。それか異世界人の協力者がいるのかもな。俺たちのように。
I didn't actually think about the latter one there, so you might be right, Kakeru.
しかも能力を複数持ってるんだよね。
ああ、複数のアーティファクトに認められる素質。確かに俺たちとは物が違いすぎるな。
完全にやべえやつじゃん。ラスボスクラスのやべえやつじゃん。うわ、超シリアス顔。大丈夫だって、ニーヤンには運命をねじ曲げる力があるわけだし。
ああ、いや、お前をどうするべきか考えてた。
何？どうするべきかって。
あんまりここにいない方がいいかもな。
何それ？
今日はいいけど明日は家に帰れ。 あいつの活動圏内にいない方がいい。
なんだよ、そうやって宮子先輩と二人きりになるつもりだな。
真面目に言ってんだ。
なんだよ、怖い顔して。
そら。
怒った。
Sora reluctantly nods. She doesn't look happy about it, but I think she'll listen.
うちに寄るくらいはいいが、これからは明るいうちに帰ること。いいな。
分かった。
よし。
ね
なんだ？
え宮子先輩とはるか先輩連れ込むなよ。
アホか。そんなことするか。
腕組まれてデレデレしてたくせに。
してねえっつーの。
全然振りほどかなかったじゃん。
いやだって。ああ。
なんだよ。
あの人超胸でかいな。
おまこの野郎、むっつりかこの野郎。
だからでかい声出すな。近所迷惑だから。
あ、はい、すいません。
さっさとプリン食っちまえ。
はい。
I don't know, Kakura. I actually don't know whether or not Kakura is trying to say that just to lighten up the mood or if he actually is saying the truth. I don't know, but I'm just gonna think that he's trying to lighten the mood and make Sora feel better. She picks up her spoon and starts eating. Now then, what should I do? First things first, I need to warn Kujo and Noah. I was almost gonna say Yuki there. Almost Golden Week. I take Sora with me to 9 Ball. At Noah's suggestion, we're all gathering for another meeting. But we're running a bit behind, so we've only got 5 minutes left until we're supposed to be there.
少し急ぐぞ。
へいへい。
We jog the rest of the way and just barely make it on time. I open the door and see Kujo and Noah are already here. They're sitting across from each other, but when Kujo spots me, she takes her glass and moves to the chair next to Noah. It's a nice gesture, but honestly, I'd prefer to sit next to her. Of course, I can't actually say that, so I just casually take the open seat across from her.
どうもどうも、すみません、お待たせいたしまして。時間通りだから待ってないよ。昨日は大変だったみたいね。
まあな、微妙に。
ニーニ、メニュー取って。
ああ、はいはい。
何飲もっかな。もしかしてまだ頼んでないです？揃ってからって思って。私はダージリンのホット。私はコーラにしよう。
Better be diet, Sora.
ニーミくんは？
俺もコーラ。
はい。じゃあ私はアイスティーにしようかな。あ、注文いいですか？
Kujo goes up to the waiter who just brought us our water. I take a sip of my water while Kujo places our order. This is the first time I've seen her or Noah in casual clothes. It feels kind of weird meeting on a weekend like this. Their clothes are very them. Like they match their personalities, and in Noah's case, maybe a little too well. Where the heck do you even find clothes like that? Probably custom made.
何？
寒がり？
は？
服あったかそうだし、紅茶もいつもホットだし。
別にただのポリシー。
ああ、そう。
Noah's still unwilling to open up. Makes it tough to keep a conversation going.
口下手かよ。あ、そうって。そりゃ会話終わるよ。
うっせえ、人の心を読むな。
ニーニすぐ顔に出るもん。ソラちゃんはお話上手だよね。高坂先輩ともすぐ仲良くなったし。任せてくださいよ。上辺だけのトークは得意ですよ。
自分で上辺って言っちゃったよこいつ。
場を盛り上げるためには適当さと軽さが大事なの。無理に盛り上げる必要はない。私たちは同志ではあるけれど友達というわけではないから。なんかそれ悲しいな。せっかくなんだから仲良くなりたいですよ。私は結城先輩とも。好きにすればいい。じゃあ本題は飲み物届いてからにして、それまでおしゃべりしましょう。おしゃべり賛成。もうすぐ連休ですけどどうですか？予定とかありますか？ 私はいつも通りアルバイトかな。寂しい。ゆき先輩は？
It's so stupid. We can't see like Kujo's face, so they have to make her like emoji thing in that bubble. So dumb.
私も特に。ありゃあ、ゆき先輩って普段何してるんですか？休日に。
Oh, sorry, Sora.
別に。ほう、なるほど。ご趣味は？特に。特に。あ、好物は甘いもの？パフェ限定です？そういうわけじゃない。へえ、そういうわけ。へえ、そうか、そうか。Do you like sushi?
Why are you doing English?
お前アホだろ。喧嘩売ってるだろ。
You're so dumb. What is wrong with you, Sora?
違う、断じてそんなつもりはありません。生ものあまり得意じゃないの。
Not what? How?
はい。
Sushi is delicious.
自分で振っておいてそのリアクションはないだろお前。
だって答えてくれると思わなかったから。
話上手ね。話上手。ふーん。
うるさいな。そうですよ、別に上手じゃないですよ。いつもノリで話してるだけですよ。ごめんね。私が変なこと言っちゃったせいで。別にみゃーこ先輩は。悪いな。みゃーこ先輩のせいだな。ごめんなさい。
うーわ、責任転嫁。うーわ。
うっさい。来ましたよ。皆さんお飲み物の到着ですよ。
Our waiter sets our drinks on the table. Alright, that's enough pointless small talk. I take a sip of my drink and prepare to broach today's main topic. I already texted everyone and mentioned what happened last night, but I explain it again in more detail. I start by going over our run-in with Rigveda. Then I talk about how the girl in the hood, Ghost, attacked us. I explain my reasons for believing Kosaka-senpai is on our side. I also mentioned that Yoichi managed to return home safely. After discovering he wasn't a user, Commander lost all interest in recruiting him into Rigveda. Finally, I tell them what Sophie told us about how we don't stand a chance against Ghost. I also mention how overusing our powers could be dangerous. Once I'm done, Kujo gives me a worried look, and Noah furrows her brow in dissatisfaction.
エルフヘイムの住人がそういうのであれば従わないわけにもいかないわね。私の G オーダーが彼女に劣るとは思えないけれど。でもアーティファクトを複数持っているなんて、昨日新見くんに見せたのもその一つってことだよね。
だろうな。風を起こすなんてチャチな効果ではないだろうが、そんな感じの力だった。
ずるいよね。こっちは一人一つなのに。
Maybe she killed someone to get those other artifacts, or just like what Kakeru said, she knows an other worlder.
複数の生物に選ばれし者。その点だけは私たちよりも優れているの。にゃーこ先輩の力で一つ奪えたとしても、まだ他の力があるんでしょ。やばい、超強い。
さっき劣るとは思えないって言ってたが、そんな相手でも勇気は何とかできる自信があるのか？
そうね。条件さえ揃えば。
じゃあ気を悪くするのよ。条件が揃わなければ勇気でも勝てないわけだな。
その可能性は否めない。私の隠密も通用しないし、どうしようもないね。待つしかないね。悔しいけど。そんな人がどうして。新見くんに気をつけろって言ったんだよね。
ああ、そうだな。
能力まで使った。それって脅し言ったよね。自分たちに構わないでって。
Probably.
そういうことだろう
な。どうしてそんなに強い人が脅しなんてするんだろう。
Ah, that's what you're saying.
目障りだから 私たちは。
それが不思議なんです。ある意味宣戦布告もしてしまいましたけど、私たちがしたことってそれだけです。リグベーダの人たちを妨害する明確な行動を私たちはまだ取っていない。目障りに思う理由が見当たらないなって。
確かにそうだな。俺たちは奴らにとって全く脅威じゃない。
そうなの。でもわざわざ新見くんを脅したってことは警戒しているってことだよね。
A fair assumption, actually.
用心深いってことなのかな。脅威じゃなかろうが釘は刺しておく。
So she knows what our powers are, probably.
人を殺してるかもしれないんだもんね。異常なくらい用心深くて当然なのかな。
That's surprisingly sharp of Cujo there. I didn't even thought about that, actually.
いえ、それだけではないかもしれない。
Noah mutters quietly. We all turn to her, and she takes a long sip of tea before continuing.
エルフヘイムの住人によれば、別の世界線で発生した石化事件はこちらの世界線では起こらなかった。そうね。
Yes.
ああ、ソフィーはそう言っていた。
つまり犯人が犯行を思いとどまる何かがあったということ。それは
Okay, so I guess she might have been planning on doing something, but because of the situation, because of a lot of the situation changes, it prevented her from doing so.
私たちは知らず知らずのうちに犯人の抑止力として機能しているのではないかしら。
抑止力。でも私たちは何も。
Yeah, technically speaking, there's nothing that I could see that would lead to us preventing a death.
そう、何もなせていない。しかし何かを成していた。そうして無自覚の抑止力となっていた。
That's interesting.
何かなんだろう。それはわからないけれど、もしかしたら私たちはすでにあと一歩のところまで犯人に迫っているのかもしれない。だからこそリグベーダが警戒している。あと一歩を詰められないように。
As delusional as that sounds, she might actually be onto something.
あと一歩。それってつまり。
ええ、犯人は私たちのとても身近にいる存在かもしれない。
身近。
Cujo's expression stiffens. We initially assumed the culprit was another student, but when we faced off against Ghost, we at least confirmed that she's around our age. Naturally, we've considered the possibility that she goes to our school. But Noah's choice of words is a potent reminder. Our enemy might be right under our noses, and we just haven't realized it.
クロスメイトとかありえる。あるいは自宅が近い、通学で同じ電車に乗り合わせる、そんな薄い接点かもしれない。
Interesting.
何にせよ、敵が警戒せざるを得ないアドバンテージをこちらは持っているかもしれない。
She might even have the artifact to be able to camouflage herself into someone else.
それが何か分かれば一気に優位に立てるな。
なんだろう。何か見落としてるのかな。
もっとも彼が言うようにただ用心深いだけなのかもしれないけれど、気に留めておいてもいいはず。
そうですね。注意深く毎日を過ごせば思わぬ発見があるのかも。
まあでもニーヤンだよね、多分。
あ、何が？
私が捕まった時も夜道に気をつけろとか言ってたじゃん。
ああ、言ってたな。ってお前あれ聞こえてたのか？
うん。でさ、今回もニーヤンに攻撃してきたじゃん。毎回ニーヤンだよね、あのゴーストって人が噛みつくの。
確かにそうだな、言われてみる。
あなたに
Oh,
警戒
sorry,
心を
Kakeru.
抱く女性とに心当たりは？
いや、ないな。俺女友達ほとんどいないし。
みやこ先輩はニーニって噂になったりしないの？女子の間で。
噂？
ないだろそんなの。え、あるの？
私じゃないよ。私はそう思ってないんだけど、ちょっと近寄りづらいねみたいな話は。
ああ、そういう系
なんだ、期待したのか？
Shut up, Sora.
統。うるせえな、したよ。
何急にキレてんのこの人。怖い。そして君は
そのごめんなさい。別に嫌われてるとかそういうことじゃなくて、ほら、新見くんあまりクラスの女子と話さないから、全女子から警戒されているというわけね。
That's a fair assumption.
すみません。兄が地味にへこんでるんで、この話はここまでということで、兄が泣いちゃいそうなので。
泣かねえよ、アホか。
他には？
何です？
噛みつかれたという件、2回だけ？
ああ、だよね。2回しか会ってないし。
だな。
なら彼だけにとはまだ言い切れない。母数が少なすぎる。
でもあれっすよ。この兄貴得意点っすよ。
得意点？
Why is she so interested in that word? Noah raises an eyebrow. In retrospect, singularity is a pretty chuny word. To be honest, it's embarrassing being called that.
いいだろう、ここで言わなくても。
いえ、詳しく聞かせてほしい。
おう、食い気味に。なんかね、平行世界は簡単には生まれないはずだけど、ニーニだけは例外なんだって。妙に運命に影響を与えて、いろんな平行世界を生み出しちゃうとかなんとか。
エルフヘイムの住民はそう言っていたの？
はい。ニーニの行動は、そうだ、様々な事象に影響を与えるとかなんとか。
なんだかすごいね。アーティファクトがそういう力を持っていたってことだよね。
No idea.
いや、違うっす。アーティファクト関係なしに体質的な感じらしいっす。
すごいね、新見くん。じゃあ石化事件の被害者が出なかったのも新見くんの行動が影響したってことだよね。
Is it really incredible though if I have no idea how I did it?
そうらしいが、自覚がないからな。正直よくわからん。
そう。あなたが得意点を。ちなみに、
はい？
私はエルフヘイムの住民は私のことはなんて言っていたの？
No.
いや、
別に
何も。
何も。
はい、何も。
そう。
あれ？
ゆきさん。
落ち込んでるな、これは。
どうしよう。なんか言ってたような気も。
別に落ち込んでなんていない。気にしないで。
She takes a sip of her tea and tries to look unconcerned, but her hands are trembling. I guess for someone as chuny as Noah, getting ignored by our interdimensional acquaintance was quite a shock. Sorry, Noah.
だからもういいや。とにかく何が言いたかったかと申しますとね、ゴーストは異世界人なんじゃないかと。
異世界人。そっか。そういうこともありえるよね。
はい。ソフィーと同じ異世界人でニーヤンの体質を知っていると。んで警戒していると。 そういうこともあるのかとみたいなことを思ったのですが、どんどん結城先輩の表情が曇っていくので終わり、この話終わりだから、落ち込んでないとそう言っている。
まあなんだ、ソフィーから待機命令が出てるからな。普段通り過ごしつつ何か見逃していないかおのおの考えるってことで。
そうだね、リグベーダの人たちに警戒されない程度に。はい。
I thought you were off work. Kujo abruptly stands up. Turning around, oh, I see Kujo's grandfather calling for her. It's rare to see him outside the kitchen. Kujo follows him to the back, then returns with a tray. Sitting on the tray are 4 little cakes.
何？誰か頼んだ？おじいさまがサービスって。うわー、やった！ありがとうございます。他のお客様には内緒だから静かに。すみません。はい、どうぞ。ありがとう。
俺帰る時にちゃんと言わないとな。いただきます。
Once Kujo sits back down, I pick up my fork and dig in. A brief silence settles over the table as we enjoy the cake. Afterward, we move on to less serious topics, making small talk.
そういえばいつもやってるけど定休日とかないのか？
年中無休？年末年始は閉めるよ。あとはおじいさまに外せない用事ができた時とか、体調崩しちゃった時とか。働き者のおじいさまね。たまには休んだらって言うと俺から趣味を奪うなって。お家でゆっくりするより厨房にいる方が落ち着くみたい。
I mean, relaxing at home is great, but I don't know if I would have preferred to go to the gym than relax at home. I think those are about the same for me.
俺の食生活は九条のおじいさんに支えられていると言っても過言じゃないからな。いつも本当にありがとうございます。
おじいさまに伝えておくね。新見くんもいつもご来店ありがとうございます。ニーニいちご食べないの？食べてあげようじゃないか。
やめろ、俺は最後に食べるタイプなんだ。
I bat Sora's hand away, protecting my precious strawberry. None of us brings up the topic of Rigveda throughout the rest of our meeting. I wonder how many times we've gathered like this now. While we have made some progress in that time, we can't really say we've achieved all that much. Things have reached a standstill. I wonder if there really is anything I missed that could break this deadlock. And I wonder if that ghost girl really is closer to us than we think. For now, all we can do is wait and see. I'm getting tired of saying that, but I also have no intention of disobeying Sophie. Besides, if I do anything reckless, I might get Sora and the others embroiled in the mess as well. Though I do want to look good in front of the girls, right now, I need to suppress my wannabe hero urges and remain calm. Our enemy is the type who employs violence without hesitation. If I want to be able to do anything about her, I have to get stronger. At the very least, strong enough to protect the people around me. I can't afford to waste time. Surprisingly very rational of you, Kakeru. 5:06. So we are almost at the time when we had to go back in time. On, you know, like the last game. A week has passed since then. This whole time, we obeyed Sophie's instructions to the letter. I went back to my parents' house for the holidays so that I'd be less likely to run into the girl in the hood. Kujo hasn't left home for anything other than work. I don't quite know what Noah's been up to, but I'm pretty sure she hasn't been getting into it with Rigveda. Rigveda held their meetup as planned during Golden Week. However, it seems they failed to find any new allies. All the people who showed up were just regular fans of Mobius Ring, not users. Kusaka-senpai told us that herself, and I believe her. What's more, Kusaka-senpai says Ghost was a no-show for the meetup. Considering how dismissive she was of Yoichi, she's probably only interested in real users, so it's not surprising she didn't bother to go. On the other hand, it looks like Takamine just wants more comrades no matter who they are. Whether they're a user or not doesn't seem to matter, so long as they're into the anime. God damn it, Gin-chan! Even though he knew Yoichi wasn't a user, Takamine apparently still invited him to the meetup. Plus, he told everyone there about artifacts and Rig Veda. Kosaka-senpai said that all the people who showed up had a good time, but no one seemed to seriously believe anything Takamine said. Later, Yoichi told me that Takamine kind of freaked him out and that he'd refused the invitation to join Rig Veda. A paradise for users. Honestly, I'm starting to think Takamine is all bark and no bite. From what I can tell, he's just overexcited since his favorite anime has become real, and he's letting the fact that he's one of the few with special powers go to his head. That said, he was ready to use his powers on me, and the fact that he's so far gone makes him much more dangerous than if he was a rational guy. He's nothing like Ghost. And Kosaka-senpai is pretty much on our side. In short, Rig Veda is an organization in name only. Its members don't share any common goal or common values. That's probably why their plans aren't going so well. I'm not surprised they haven't been able to get any more users to join. We still haven't figured out what unknown advantage we hold over Ghost and the others though. So basically, neither side has made any progress. We're in a deadlock. I'm thinking Sophie is gonna change timeline soon.
はい、連絡事項は以上です。嘘です。新しい本が届いたそうなので、図書委員の子は図書室に集合だそうです。
I still don't trust you, Satsuki.
はい、以上。日直さん。
We stand, bow, and sit back down. Miss Narsa says goodbye and walks out the door.
かけるちゃん帰りましょう。
あ
I get up and sling my bag over my shoulder. As I head for the door with Yoichi, I glance back at Kujo. She's chatting with her friends. I was thinking maybe we should all get together now that Golden Week is over, but it's not like we'd have anything to talk about even if we did. Guess I'll just go home for today.
連休どうだった？
実家に帰った。やっぱ飯作ってもらえるのはいいな。掃除も洗濯もしなくていいし。
家近いんでしょ？そのまま実家にいればいいのに。
前に話したろ。
ああ、思い出した。家族いるといかがわしい動画安心して見られないもんね。
Yoichi, if you really are the mastermind in this whole game, I'd be very shocked. I just think that you're a dumbass.
言ってねえよそんなこと。俺の部屋がもうないんだよ。で、お前は連休。
女の子とデート。
お、やるな。
のつもりだった。
なんだよ。してないのか。
だってかけるのせいで振られちゃったんだもん。
またそれか。
だってかけるが女の子奪っていったじゃん。二人も。
だったって。高坂先輩は後で合流したんだろ。
来たよ。来たけどね。あなたはかける様のご友人？かける様のご趣味は？好みのタイプは？そんな質問ばっかりでしたよ。
ああ、そう。
つまんなかった。超つまんなかった。不愉快だったらスカトロ趣味のペグ野郎って言っておいた。
I would be really shocked if this guy is the mastermind or like the evil bad guy. God, Yoichi, the stuff that you say out of your mouth.
お前、なんつうことを。
なんなの？どういう関係？
いや、妹の友達からかわれてるんだよ俺は。
そうは見えなかったけど。
フードかぶってた方は神社で話したんだろ。
話してないよ。ずっとガム噛んでたし。なんか怖いねあの子。何したの？かける睨まれてたでしょ。
してねえよ何も。
なんかいるんだよな。何も努力してないのに女の子が寄ってくる人。
I agree, Yoichi.
なんだよそれ。
九条さんに高坂先輩にフードの子に妹ちゃんに。ハーレム漫画の主人公ですか君は。
アホか。妹を数に入れるな。
紹介して。
絶対嫌だ。
いいもん。勝手に仲良くなるもん。じゃあね、また明日。
ああ、またな。
Yoichi turns toward the station while I keep walking down the street. So nothing happened for like 5 days. I arrive home without incident. I make my way through the building entrance and reach my apartment. I yank off my shoes and shuffle over to the fridge. I take out a bottle of tea, toss my bag down in the bed, and slake my thirst. Slake! God! Can't you just say quench? Now then, what to do? Recently, I've always been busy with one thing or another, but now I'm free. Maybe I should start rebuilding my model collection. I don't have all the tools, but I can just make the base models for now. Well, first things first, I go to the bathroom, get changed, and flop down to my bed. I'm bored. Thinking I might as well kill some time with a movie, I sit back up. Just then, I hear my door open. A certain someone leaves the door standing wide open as she saunters into my room.
ただいま
いや、ただいまじゃねえよ。何普通に来てるんだよ。
夜くらいはいいって言ったじゃん。
言ったけどさ。
今日みやこ先輩がご飯作りに来てくれたりしないの？
何も聞いてない。
そっか、じゃあ来ないかな。
Sora sits down and splays her legs out, totally at ease. Why does she always want to come over to my place so badly?
明るいうちに帰れよ。ん？じゃねえよ。聞こえてただろ。
ご飯一緒に食べるつもりですけど。
はあ？
一緒にご飯食べる、ミーヤに駅まで送ってもらう。なんて無駄のないプランでございましょう。
ずうずうしいなあ、こいつ。
ニーニと食べるって言ったらお父さんがご飯代くれた。5000円も贅沢できる。
Damn, that's a lot for just dinner? These guys as parents must be rich, damn it. What the hell?
よし、何食べるか考えとけ。お前が利益をもたらす限り、俺は優しい兄だ。
そっかよ。ソフィーからは何もないの？
ないな。呼びかけても反応がないあたり、ゴーストの監視に集中してるのかな。
監視ってどうやってるんだろうね。
さあな。わか
あの人にも
Sorry, Kakeru.
してる性能なら私ほんといらないじゃんね。
かもな。
I wake up my laptop while I talk and start surfing the web. Sora pulls out her phone and our conversation dies down. We don't do anything in particular for the next few hours. Just kill time until sunset. Right as I finish the video I'm watching, Sora looks up from her rhythm game and mutters.
ニーニー、
What game did you play, Sora? Pretty interested.
うん？
腹減った。
そろそろ行くか。
焼肉行こう、焼肉。
Hell yeah!
焼肉か。贅沢だな。
I mean, we can find some cheap all-you-can-eat ones.
あ、5000円じゃ足りない？足りるよね。
It should!
駅裏に1800円だっけな。90分食べ放題の店がある。
Hell yeah!
安い、そこ行こ
制服に匂いつくぞ。
う。あ、じゃあ着替えちゃおう。覗いてもいいけど撮影は禁止ね。
There's something wrong with you, my girl.
ばっかじゃねえの。先に外出てる。
おーい、すぐ行きまーす。
I exit the apartment, leaving Sora behind. After I wait outside for a few minutes, Sora appears.
ごめん、お待たせ。待った。
クソ待った。
あのさ、寝たふりしてるんだから今来たとこって言いなさいよ。そんなノリ悪いから友達いないんだよ。
I'm not your boyfriend, Sora.
あ、今舌打ちした？は？
行くぞ。
はーい、焼肉、焼肉。
くっつくな、熱い。
照れるなよ、いいじゃんかよ。実は兄貴もテンション上がってんだろ。
Fair enough, I love myself some barbecue.
その通りだ。走るぞ。
おい、マジかよ、待って、ちょっと待って、早いよ、はしゃぐなよ、小学生か。
I sprint away, trying to shake Sora. Damn it!
食った食った。
I can't believe they didn't show the CG! I want to see some food!
腹いっぱいだな。
でもあれだね、値段相応だったね。
十分うまかったけどな。
$1,800 isn't so bad.
かったけど、この前行った焼肉屋さんみたいにお肉柔らかくなかった。
That must have been a lot more expensive, Sora.
いつこの前っていつ
先月の頭の日曜。
みんなで行ったのおとんとおかんと。
まあ、はい。
呼べよ。
These guys are awful!
なんで俺抜きでちょっといい焼肉食ってんだよ。呼べよ。
いや、わざわざ呼ぶの悪いかなーって。
いや日曜だろ。行くよ、超行くよ。いっつも俺抜きでいいもん食ってんのかお前ら。
あ、着いた。お兄ちゃん、送ってくれてありがとう。
Man, I have a feeling that my parents don't really love me, and that sucks. We arrive at the station, and Sora cuts the conversation short. Sighing, I stop outside the ticket barrier.
気をつけて帰れよ。自転車だよな。
何が？
駅から家まで。
行きも帰りもお父さんに送ってもらってるよ。
ほんと至れり尽くせりだなお前。
だって可愛い娘に何かあったら大変でしょ。
あ、俺んち来るのそういうことか。おとんの仕事終わるまで時間潰してるのか。
そうっすね。父上からもそれを推奨されておりますね。
ほんと俺の負担考えてねえなうちの親は。
負担ってなんだよ。こんな可愛い妹と一緒に楽しく過ごせるんだからご褒美でしょうが。お礼言ってもいいくらいですよ。
血のつながりがなかったらお前みたいなやつ絶対仕方してるわ。
そういうリアルに心に来る発言は控えていただいてもよろしい？
俺帰れ。ちゃんとおとんに今から電車乗るって連絡しとけよ。
分かってます分かってます。ニーにも気をつけなよ。
ああ、じゃあな。
じゃあね、おやすみ。
I see Sora off, then head for home. Along the way, I pull out my phone and check the time. It's just past 8. Since we made full use of our 90 minutes, it's a bit later than when I usually return home. But while the streets are no longer full of office workers going home or students hanging out after club, they're not exactly empty either. We've practically confirmed that Ghost is the user of the evil eye, but I doubt she'd make a move until later at night. You don't know that. The first girl who got petrified was attacked on her way home from cram school. I looked up the timetables of all the cram schools in the area, and apparently some of the later ones go on until 10. If that girl stopped by the park for a while, we can assume she killed some time there, but even at the latest, she must have been petrified around 11. Late, but not extremely late. Late at night, at the park. This is a dumb idea, but if I just go home, it'll eat at me. There are a few things I want to check out anyway, so I change course and head for the park. Wow, Kakeru. What the fuck? Aren't we supposed to be trying to be safe? It takes me 10 minutes to reach the park. After a moment's hesitation, I decide to go in. Surprisingly, it's not deserted. There's a couple making out on a bench, and a group of 5 guys horsing around. If anything, it's lively. Breathing a sigh of relief, I turn and focus on one bench in particular. The stone statue which sat there a few days ago is gone. I wonder if that girl's parents already buried her. No one's reporting on a petrification incident in the news anymore. It's possible the media is avoiding talking about it to prevent a panic. After all, the public has no idea how anyone could have been petrified. It's also possible they just have no new information to report. Interest has started dying down on the internet too. In just half a month, the world has forgotten about that poor girl's death. Has it really only been half a month? It's possible the key to discovering the unknown advantage we have over our foe lies here. Why is Ghost obsessed with me? What makes me so different? A few things do come to mind, but most of them have nothing to do with users or artifacts. Kujo and Yoichi were with me when we first saw the statue, but I was the only one who stayed behind. Was Ghost watching from somewhere nearby as I waited for the police? Does she hold a grudge against me because I report the incident? No, that doesn't sound right. Perhaps she left something behind which connected her to the crime. A possibility. Maybe she's afraid I noticed That's something. That would at least explain why she's gunning for me, the weakest member of our group. But what? I examined every inch of the bench. Well, even if there was something to be found at one point, there's no way it's still here. Does that mean I've already seen enough to be able to solve this mystery? I sit down on the bench and pick through my memories. To be honest, I don't really remember much about that day. Recalling every niggling little detail is probably impossible at this point. Assuming Ghost is the user of the evil eye, then what exactly is she after? Since she's working with Takamine, I imagine she's also looking for other users. But could it be that her goal isn't to recruit them, but to kill them? Yeah, that's what I thought. What if the girl she petrified was also a user? If Ghost lured that girl here knowing she was a user and killed her on top of that, then that means she plans her moves. If the petrified girl was a user, how did Ghost even find that out? And why'd she kill her? Wait, hold up. The last time the artifacts spilled into our world, Iris petrified the demons, aka the users, before reclaiming their artifacts. Yes? If the petrified girl was a user, then the current user of the evil eye would be doing the same thing Iris did in the past. Does that mean Ghost is Iris herself? Or maybe someone related to her? In that case, from her perspective, we'd be the demons, the bad guys. Is that the worst case scenario Sophie was worried about? Did she order us to remain on standby because she was concerned for our safety? Was she afraid that her counterpart, who's willing to use more extreme methods than her, would kill us? I don't think she's that kind of a person, so I don't think so, Kakeru. Everything fits. It makes a great deal of sense too. But this is no place to be staying around thinking. I better head home before it gets too late. Actually, is anywhere safe? If Ghost really is from another world, can't she just teleport wherever she wants? Still, even if that's true, I should probably go home. It's gotta be safer than here at least. Preparing to leave, I lift my head and instantly freeze. I waited too long. Looking around, I realized that both the couple I saw earlier and the group of boys are already gone. In front of me is a lone girl standing in a patch of moonlight.
ゴースト。
よ、お兄ちゃん。
She gives me a bone-chilling smile. Shit, I totally fucked up. I warned Sora a dozen times to be careful, but I didn't take my own damn advice. I was cocky. Learning I was a singularity made me overconfident. I figured I could handle anything that came my way. Where'd that foolhardiness come from? I can't even use my own artifact.
こんな場所にたった一人で随分と余裕だな。舐めてんのか？それとも俺に会いたかったのか？おい。
We might be able to bluff our way through right now, Kakeru.
どうしてそう俺に突っかかる？
先に突っかかってきたのはてめえだろ。
妹を人質に取ったような電話をされたらあんな態度になる。
その大事な妹に俺たちを探らせなきゃこうはならなかった。全部てめえのせいだろ。
Sora was investigating Kosaka-senpai, not you guys. Just as I'm about to say that out loud, I stop myself. Not only is arguing pointless, it's a straight-up bad idea. Assuming she's the user of the Evil Eye, and the Evil Eye's activation conditions are what were written in Miss Naruse's documents, then I'm already within her range. She basically has a knife to my throat. One little push and I'm dead. This is no time for acting tough. I need to do my best not to provoke her. And in the meantime, I need to find a way to escape her field of vision. I need to assume I'm dealing with a hardened killer here.
そうだな。悪かったよ。
おいおい、謝んのかよ。ダセーな。
なんとでも言ってくれ。そっちが俺たちに危害を加えようとしない限り、俺たちもそっちに何かするつもりはない。
やるしかねえとか言ってなかったか？あの威勢はどうしたよ。
実力差を痛感した。俺たちはお前たちにかなわない。張り合うことこそダセーだろ
う。なんだよ、そうか。そこまで言われちゃあな。
Ghost looks overjoyed. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel like she's gotten less hostile.
俺もよ、別に好き好んでお前らに突っかかってたわけじゃねえんだぜ。
She's surprisingly in a very talkative mood.
ユーザー同士仲良くやりてえって思ってんのさ。本当だぜ。だから趣味の合わねえあいつともつるんでる。なのにな、あんな態度取られちまったらこっちもトゲトゲしくなるってもんさ。だろ？だがまあ
Sorry about that.
そっちが泣いちまってんのに俺だけ生きってんのもダセえよな。いいぜ、そういうことなら俺ももうお前らには絡まねえよ。水に流そうじゃねえかなあ。
No, are we not inside of her range right now?
マジか。
I'm so shocked I accidentally let slip my doubts. She's willing to back off? She wants to get along. She was only being this aggressive because we provoked her. And if we just talk things out, she won't even want to fight? Does that mean she's not the user of the evil eye? So what, she's just a sharp-tongued girl with a quick temper? No, wait. Sophie said she was almost certain Ghost was the user of evil eye. That being said, there's still no concrete proof. The question is, do I trust Ghost?
そう警戒すんなよ。まあ仕方ねえけどよ。来るか？
Are we dead? She holds out a stick of gum. I give her a blank stare. In response, she scoffs and pops it into her mouth.
ねえやの。あ、本名言っちまった。まあいっか、前も言っちまったし。あいつの言うことは気にすんな。理想郷がどうだの人殺し容認なの。あいつその場のノリで話すからな。アホなんだ。ま、こっちも悪かったわな。敵なんて言われたらそりゃ身構える。本当にいらねえの？ソーダ味。うまいぞ。
いや、いい。
あっそ。
She turns to the side and blows a bubble. What's with her friendly attitude? This is way too drastic a change. Was I just misunderstanding things all along? But seriously, I'm not picking up any hostility at all. In fact, she's so cordial, I don't know how to react. Can I really trust her? Well, there's one thing I'm sure of. She's a much stronger user than any of us. It's so possible she's the user of the evil eye. But if she's not coming after us I have no reason to provoke her. Yeah, let's just go with the flow for now. I'm not perceptive enough to be able to tell if she's faking it anywhere.
つか、お前こんなとこで何やってんの？
ああ、いや。
まあいいや、どうでも。楽しくおしゃべりするような間柄でもないしな。悪かったな、邪魔しちまってよ。
いや、誤解が解けてよかったよ。
誤解ね。これからはお互い干渉しないようにしようぜ。今さら仲良しこよしも無理だろ。
そうだな。そうしよう。
決まりだな。じゃあな。
ああ、じゃあ。
Ghost turns her back to me as I get to my feet. But then she turns back around and lifts a finger to catch my attention.
最後に一つ聞きてえんだけど。
あ
まさか本気にしたのか？
あ。は？
A stigma appears on Ghost's face. What is her condition? That the fact that she needed is it the length of time? Do we need to actually talk to her for a couple? Do we need to stand inside of her range for multiple minutes? Is that her condition? Her pupil glows with a bewitching light.
たった数分話しただけで警戒解くなよ。バカかお前。
Her lips curl into a contemptuous sneer. She's wrong though. I never let my guard down. I've been looking for a chance to run this whole time. But despite that, the moment her stigma appeared, I became unable to move. I can't look away from her stigma. No, her eyes. The light sucks me in, making it impossible to even blink. I'm losing feeling in my right fingers and toes. She trapped me in her gaze. There's no doubt about it. Its power is...
全身が石になるまでちょいと時間がかかる。ゆっくりとおしゃべりしようじゃねえか。なあ。
Petrification. My arms and legs are being turned to stone. Can't you just... Oh, we don't have a knife. Even then, no, I don't know if... I'm a pretty... Like, my mentality is pretty strong, and even I don't think I have the strength of will to actually just chop off my leg if it's suddenly turned to stone. And even then, what could I do if I lose both my legs? I can't run. But if it comes to my arm first, though, maybe I could actually chop my arm. I don't know. This is like hypotheticals, right? And in hypotheticals, people can just say whatever they want because they're not experiencing the situation. She's the user of the evil eye. I struggle desperately, trying to escape the evil eye's gaze. I'm not completely immobilized. I can still move a little, just not nearly as much as I'd like. It takes all my strength to just twitch a finger. And because my gaze is fixed on her eyes, I can't move my head. I want to curse, but I can't move my tongue well enough to get the words out. I can't feel anything below my right calf or right elbow anymore. Shit. Death. That single word flashes through my mind. I erupt in a cold sweat. To think a single lapse in judgment proved fatal.
ペラペラ喋るのは小物っぽいからやめたいんだよ。けど暇なんだよな、終わるまで待ってるの。なぜ突っかかるかだっけ？教えてやるよ。それはお前がユーザーだからだ。欲しいのさ、俺は。お前のアーティファクトが。てめえみてえな中途半端に正義感持ってるやつはめんどくせえからな。ゴミみたいに弱いくせに絶対にいつか面倒を起こしやがる。だからお前から始めることにした。てめえの妹でも九条美也子でもあの中二の女でもなく、お前から殺すことにした。
So she wants to start with the weakling first? Man, that's some personality you got.
別に恨みなんざなんもねえわ。お前に対して何の感情もねえ。ただユーザーだから殺す。お前が終わったら次は妹だ。それなら寂しくないだろ、お兄ちゃん。
お前は
すげえな、喋れるのか。
イギリスか。
急にアニメの話かよ。お前も司令官殿と同類か。寒いぜ、くだらねえ。
She laughs my question off. So she's not Iris, or anyone related to her. Unlike Sophie, she's a bona fide human. So then why? Why is she stealing artifacts? Why is she killing people?
ユーザー相手じゃ進行が遅いな。じれったいぜ。さっさとよこしな。お前の力を。
Ghost draws closer and glares at me even harder with her evil eye. Sophie, aren't you gonna help us? I thought you were monitoring us. Her stigma flashes, glowing brighter. The loss of sensation creeps up my body. I'm being turned to stone. I prepare myself for the end. But just then... Is it Sophie? A black shadow flies between us. Clicking her tongue, Ghost leaps backward. The paralysis fades, and the oppressive power binding me vanishes. I've been saved! Thank you! I knew you were still monitoring us. There's no way we would have died. At least, that's what I think anyway. It's... because we don't have powers, you know? She was the one that was able to actually do anything. After our curt exchange, Sophie turns to Ghost. Ghost dons a maniacal grin and spits out her gum. She doesn't seem the least bit perturbed by the dramatic arrival of a floating plushie. Which means she knows, both about the other world and the people who live there. I look down at myself. My right hand is petrified from the finger to the shoulder, while my right leg is stoned to the middle of my thigh. I can stand but not walk. Just trying puts me off balance and I nearly fall. I might have gotten a temporary reprieve, but the situation is still dire.
どけよ。てめえに用はない。
お断り。そっちこそ引いてくれるかしら。痛い目見るわよ。
痛いね。いいぜ、やってみろよ。だよな。できねえ。できるはずがねえ。そんなぬいぐるみじゃ何もできない。だろ？
Sophie makes no reply to Ghost's taunts. Does this girl know more about Sophie than we do? How? There's something strange about the way she's acting.
もう一度だけ言うぞ。どけよ。そいつが石になって死んでいく様をただ黙って見てる。
かける。引くまでもないけれど逃げられる？
無理そうだ。
でしょうね。じゃあせめて目を閉じていなさい。石像になりたくないのなら。
おいおい、忘れてねえか？俺のアーティファクトはそれだけじゃないぜ。
A different stigma appears in the back of Ghost's hand. Chills run down my spine.
かける、避けなさい。
無理だ。
I try to jump to the side using my good foot, but I just end up losing my balance. Something slams into my chest. Pain lances through me. I fall backward and hit the ground hard. God damn it, Sophie! Are you really sure you can't do anything to help us? There's a dull thud as my back collides with the pavement. Panicking, I look down at my arms and legs to make sure they didn't break during the fall. Fortunately, they're both fine. As dumb as it is, I only think to worry about my chest after that. I put my working left hand to my chest to assess the damage. There's no blood, and my clothes aren't even ripped. As far as I can tell, there's no physical wound, just pain. Damn, that scared me. But I guess this artifact is like that guy's flames. They're not truly physical manifestations of energy, but spiritual ones.
さっきから不思議なんだが。
Ghost walks towards me, clenching and unclenching her stigma-inscribed fist.
てめえ、なんで力を使わない？
お前と違って安売りはしない主義なんだよ。
あっそう。まあどうでもいいけど。選べ。痛みを感じず石になって死ぬか、激痛にのたうち回って死ぬか。どっちでもいいぜ、俺は。
私がそれを許すと思っているの？
もういいってそういうの。消えろ。
Ghost sweeps her arm at Sophie. An arrow with a massive arrowhead cuts through the air. In response, Sophie...
嫌に。
gets stabbed. I guess she really can't do anything in that form. The plushie bursts, then vanishes into nothingness. Sophie, I really thought you were gonna save me because you know we're useful, sorta. You gotta be kidding me. This can't be happening.
やっと順番が回ってきたな、お兄ちゃん。答えは出たか？何睨んでんだよ。ああ、悪い。それが答えか。いいぜ。お望み通り石にしてやる。その方が俺も楽でいい。
The stigma on her face reappears. Once again, my body is paralyzed. I can feel the petrification working its way through me. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Am I really just going to end up petrified? Am I really gonna die just like this? Isn't there anything I can do? There has to be something. Why can't I use my powers? Where the hell's my goddamn artifact? Why won't it come when I call? If I'm really a user, now's the time, isn't it? Now's the time I should be awakening to my abilities. Anything. Anything. As long as it helps me survive, as long as it helps me defeat this monster, I'll take any power at all. Hurry up and awaken already! Awaken, goddammit! Ghost clicks her tongue and takes a step back. Don't tell me it finally happened. No, looks like I was getting ahead of myself. My powers are still dormant. I'm still as screwed as I was 2 seconds ago.
また邪魔が入った。お前人望だけはあるな。
何？
I struggle to raise myself up and look where Ghost is looking. Standing there is... What the fuck? Why are you still here? Sora, who's supposed to be at home right now. She's gritting her teeth, her hands balled up into fists. She glares at Ghost, trying to seem more threatening than she is. It's taking everything she has to keep her trembling legs from collapsing. But she's not backing down.
どうして？
お兄ちゃんを助けに来たか。けなげだな。泣けるぜ。
お兄ちゃんをいじめるな。
How does she know that we're in trouble right here? And how the hell does she know we're here?
は？いじめるなって？そうかい、悪かったよ。違うんだ。俺はいじめてるつもりはねえんだよ。殺す気なんだよ。
Sora takes a step back. But then she glances over at me, still lying on the ground, and strengthens her resolve. She steps forward and stabs a finger out at Ghost.
許さない。お兄ちゃんは殺させない。
おー、かっこいいじゃねえか。どうするつもりだ？あ？
ソラ、もういい、逃げろ！
やだ、逃げない。
意地張るなって、逃げとけよ。てめえの力はもう知ってる。姿を消すんだろ？いいぜ、逃げろよ、透明になって。
Even if Sophie, like, told her, would it be, like, too fast for her to just go right here? What happened? Was Sophie, like, in two places at once? Was that what's going on?
ま、俺には聞かねえからな。後でゆっくり探すさ。こいつを石にしてからな。
Why did she go to Sora, though, instead of, like, Kujo or Noah? God damn it, Sophie!
お兄ちゃんは殺させない。
Like, I don't even know if Sophie is the cause of Sora being here in the first place, though.
それはもう聞いた。別にお前からでもいいんだぜ。ああ、もうダメだな。ダメだ。獲物を前にしたなめずりは三流だっけか。俺はダメだ。喋りすぎる。一流には遠いな。
Yeah, you talk way too much to be that menacing, to be honest, Ghost.
誰かさんが大声出したせいで余裕がないってのにな。さっさと済ませようぜ。お前からでいいんだな。
I don't have a lot of time left. I wonder if that's the trick to the petrification one. Maybe she can only use the artifact a couple of hours or for a couple of minutes.
そいつと目を合わせるな！逃げろ！
逃げない。私がこいつを。
俺を？
消してやる。
へえ。
Her stigma is all over her body now.
なんだ？
Her stigma is spread to her left hand. No, not just her left hand, it's on her arms, chest, and neck too. Sora's stigma is supposed to only be on her back. Did it spread in response to her willpower? That probably means her power's grown. But that might not necessarily be a good thing. Sophie's warning flashes through my mind. I still vividly remember what happened to that guy who was swallowed up by his powers and set the school ablaze. The way his stigma is spread was strikingly similar to how Sora's looks right now. This isn't good.
やめろ！ソラ！力を使うな！
お前なんか
ソラ！
お前なんか消えちゃえ。
Her massive stigma flashes and grows. And then Sora shoots a swirling blast of light at Ghost.
マジかよ。
The light swallows her whole.
余裕ぶっこいた結果がこれか。ざまあねえな。
Ghost grins ruefully and looks down at her hand as it grows transparent. And not only her hand, her whole body's fading away, as if she's truly turned into a ghost. What the hell is going on? Sora's power is supposed to be manipulating people's presence, not making them invisible. But this is...
なるほどね。透明になるなんて生優しいもんじゃなさそうだね。そのまま消えちゃえ。悔しいわ。そうなっちまうみたいだな。
Despite her words, Ghost doesn't seem fazed at all. She casually stuffs her invisible right hand into her pocket.
じゃあな、お兄ちゃん。また会おうぜ。
Wait, she's just gonna back off? She thrusts her barely visible left hand toward me.
お前を必ず殺す。
Still smiling, she gives me a venomous glare. And then... Is it like a teleport? No, what's going on? What is her power now?
消えた。
お兄ちゃん、大丈夫？
ああ。
I'm still unable to move, so Sora runs over to me. When she sees my petrified arm and leg, she starts panicking.
大丈夫じゃないじゃん。どうしよう。これどうしたらいいの？
落ち着きなさい。時間はかかるでしょうけどちゃんと治るわよ。
なんだ、治るんだ。よかった。あれ？
さあ、かけるを自宅まで運ぶわよ。もっとも私は手伝えないけれど。
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, she probably had multiple, multiple beings of this plushie, just like Monokuma, right?
ソフィー？
何よ？
何よって。お前。
死んじゃったかと。
So Sora clearly saw Sophie dying.
死ぬわけないでしょ。何度も話したけど、これは幻体、かりそめの体なの。本体はピンピンしてるわよ。
そうだったのか。よかった。
心配かけちゃったわね。謝るつもりはないけれど。さあ、ソラ、役立たずのかけるを運んであげなさい。
立てる？
厳しいな。悪い。肩貸してくれ。
捕まって。
With Sora's help, I managed to get back on my feet.
おっとっと。
大丈夫か？
それ、ニーニが聞くことじゃないでしょ。ゆっくりね。一歩ずつ。気をつけてね。
So the awakening are gonna be on the girls, huh? Are we just gonna be useless throughout the whole 4 games, man?
石化した部分、多少の衝撃は大丈夫だけれど、案外脆いから本当に気をつけなさいよ。
本当に治るんだよな。
ええ、帰って落ち着いたら詳しく話してあげるわよ。
空にも聞きたいことがある。
それも後でね。行くよ。
With a Herculean effort, I start shambling forward. Sora sticks close to me, matching my pace. Ghost has disappeared. No, Sora made her disappear. She beat someone she shouldn't have stood a chance against, and all we had to sacrifice for it was an arm and a leg. When all's said and done, that's not a bad trade. However, this whole incident only happened because of my carelessness. Because of me, Sora had to be reckless and take on a massive burden, despite how scared she was. Even if this is one of the best outcomes we could have hoped for, I can't be happy about it.
慌てなくていいから、ゆっくりね。
I couldn't do a damn thing. And even now, I'm relying on my sister. I'm pathetic. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna call it an episode right here, guys. I was expecting, like, Sora to die and then Sophie was gonna jump timelines just like the first game, but I guess they didn't want to have the game into, go into some sort of, not a loop, what is it, like, the same schematic or the same sort of plans, right? So that's why they had to... They changed it up. They changed up the scenario, right? Because I was expecting the same sort of deal to be happening on this second chapter too, but... Yeah. I really thought that both Kakeru and Sora were gonna die both together. And then, like, Sophie would jump to another timeline again, but... I wonder when Sophie's gonna jump timelines in this one. Maybe at the very end? There's gotta be something that happens at the very beginning. Because there was a choice to remember something. So I guess we'll see what that's all about. Wow, I just realized that I played this game on 9.9. That's pretty cool. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. And yeah. For people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Alright. I'll see you guys on Patreon tomorrow. People on YouTube, I'll see you guys in 2 to 3 days.